All right, what's going on, guys? So, local shop here in Orlando, Coliseum Comics had a warehouse sale. They have a quarterly warehouse sale, and they had the sale going on this Friday, Saturday, today, and tomorrow, Sunday. And I decided to go today because all the back issues were 50 cents. So, let's see what I picked up for 50 cents. All right, so starting with, and I guess this would be my spec buys for this particular run. Um, Jupiter's Legacy issue number 1. This is a Mark Millar, Frank Quitely story, and they had 3 of the covers. The first one, this is a Phil Noto cover. Really, really nice. Cover, I think this is B. I could be wrong. Issue number 1 as well. And then the Johnson cover for issue number 1. They had a lot of Millar books, so I picked up Super Crooks. This is the second print for issue number 1. And they had the second issue. This is the partial blank variant cover, I guess, or the sketch variant. Anyway, so haven't bagged most of these. They're still as is from when I bought them. Let's see, Starlight issue number 1, miles per hour or MPH. This is the Roscoe variant. I didn't realize this, but this book has a bunch of variants for issue number 1. There's like a Chevy variant. There's a whole bunch of different variants. Jupiter's Legacy issue number 1. I believe that's the main cover. And so that was my specs, just because you never know, that might be part of the Netflix series at some point in time. So, for 50 cents, why not? And they're all in great condition, so, it's a no-brainer for me. Little Justin Jordan, this would be Dead Body Road. This is the second print for issue number 1. And this is in no particular order, guys. So this is Midnight Suns, Morbius, issue number 1. Still in the poly bag. A little bit more of a spec again. This is Velvet, issue number 1 by Brubaker. Main cover, if I'm not incorrect. And they had a few of the books, so I picked up issue number 2, issue number 3, number 4. And this is a really, really nice cover, so happy about that. And issue number 5. On the image side of things, right, and the indie side of things, I found this copy of Wildcats number 14, and it's a newsstand edition. Picked that up. Saw issue number 15 as well. Got that. They had a lot of Gen 13 from a lot of different series, different volumes and whatnot. So picked up the ones that I liked and that were in the best good conditions. So Gen 13, Generation X, this is the Image Marvel crossover, and it's a J. Scott Campbell cover. So got that. This would be issue number 4, Gen 13, another Campbell cover. And issue number 1, another Campbell cover. Let's see, Jim Lee, J. Scott Campbell. All books were in really, really excellent condition. What's funny about that is, as I was looking at these books, I noticed that some of the new issues that came out this Wednesday were in rougher shape than these books that have been sitting there for quite some time. So go figure that, right? The corners are real tight, no dents, no issues. So just really happy to get these. And this is the 3D edition of issue number 1. All right, and just because I like independent books, I picked up a few more just random books just to see if I like them or whatnot. I thought the cover for this was pretty cool. I mean, I like music and gaming, and who doesn't like sex? So, Extend, issue number 2. I flipped through it once I got home and wasn't too impressed with it, so too bad. This was really cool though. Didn't expect to see this there, and after I found this issue, I actually stuck around for a lot longer than I expected to, hoping to find more of the series. But this is the Paybacks by Donny Cates, Dark Horse Comics, and this is the first issue. And they had 4, but I gave my boy Chris, who was with me, I gave him 2 of the first issues, and the only other one I found was issue number 2, unfortunately. But being a Cates fan, I figured this would be one that I'm looking to complete, so really happy to have at least the first 2. Let's see, found a copy of God Hates Astronauts. This is, I believe, the main cover, and then I found the one of the variant covers as well. So that was pretty cool. Back to Brubaker, big fan of his. Obviously, found Incognito, and this is, I believe there's 3 covers for issue number 1, and this would be, I think this is cover B, but I could be wrong. But it's a really, really nice cover, and I do have the trade for this story, and it's something I really enjoy. So I will pick up any Incognito issues that I find anytime. And at 50 cents, that was a no-brainer. So here's Moonshine, number 1. I think this is a reprint. This might be the 2nd or 3rd print, or just the B cover, because I do have the main cover for this book, and it's all red with a little bit of black. So I know this is in the main cover, but it's in really great condition. So I'm happy to have that. So let's see some Marvel stuff, right? I think from here on everything is Marvel, hopefully. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. This is issue number 2. And there was 2 copies, so I have another one laying around somewhere. So I guess we're back to indies, right? Nowhere Man, issue number 1, and I think this is the 4th print for issue number 1. I do have the first print for that series, and that, you know, it's an okay series, to be honest. I remember I picked up the trade, and then after that I picked up the first 2 issues because I was able to find them, but the series wasn't all that great, so I kind of dropped it. Tales from the Dark Side. I remember watching this television show, so when I saw this, I was like, screw it, I'm buying it. So it's here with me now. The Lost Boys, issue number 1. I'm not sure what volume, or if this is just the main cover, because I've seen other versions of the first issue somewhere, but this is pretty cool. It's one of my wife's favorite movies of all time, so I knew she would be happy when I brought this home. Let's see, Dead Body Road, and this is issue number 2, and issue number 5, and issue number 6. Didn't find anything else related to that, which is unfortunate because I don't like having so many gaps in between the runs, but it's what it is. Warlord of Mars, Deja Thoris, and this is issue 25. Really, really nice cover. They had a few other issues there, but man, they had a lot of problems, so I just left them, pick this one up. Wolf Cop. So Wolf Cop, I actually bought this just because it looks like a Grindhouse movie poster. And it turns out there's actually a movie. So, I mean, if I could find a movie, I'll give it a shot, because this looks all kind of bad. You know, it looks like a bad 80s flick. So, but the cover is really, really, really dope. Like, it just looks like a movie poster. So I like it a lot. So I was happy to find this just for the cover. Here's another Mark Millar book. Like I said, they had a lot of different books over there from by him. So this is from Huck, the Huck series, and this is issue number 5, the Huck Busters. Found a copy of Kill or Be Killed, issue number 2, and I have the complete run up until issue 19, I think is where they are right now. There's one more issue to go and the story's over. And, you know, I will pick up probably the first 5 issues anytime I see them, especially for 50 cents. That's a no-brainer to me, so happy to have that. Now here's a copy of More to Crush, issue number 2. This is the B cover, and I didn't own this until today, so that's cool because I have every single issue for this story, except for this one, so I was happy to get that. Okay, so they had I think they had about 2 boxes full of Elektra comics, in all types of shapes. Some of them were just, they were just so beat up they weren't even worth the time to be there. But in any case, I picked up a few that were in really good condition. These that I'm going to show you guys are all Greg Horn covers. Starting with Marvel Knights, Elektra. So this is issue number 1. Let's see. Issue number 7. And I didn't notice this until I got home, unfortunately. But somebody scribbled what I guess they thought Greg Horn's signature would look like. I can assure you guys that's not his signature, but it's what it is. I didn't realize it, and it's too late now, but it's okay. I know it's going to bother me at some point, so I'm very likely to just get rid of that book. So this is issue number 11, issue number 12. And some of these covers are a little bit more, in my opinion, a little bit more awesome looking than others. For instance, this one, 13, I really, really like this cover. I think he did a lot of, the details are just awesome. So this is one of my favorite ones, followed by issue number 14. Her facial expression is just very intense. And I really like that. I just like the way she looks. This one as well, this one I think is just sexy, man. That blue tone is it's incredible. And this is more or less how I picture her anyway, so I'm very happy with this one. So that's 15. Number 16. Number 17. And this one's really, really nice as well. Number 18. Number 19. Number 20. This one, that's an interesting cover, right? I thought, like that. Number 21 with the booty shot, because why not? Keep it sexy. And 22. And 22 would have to be, I don't know, there's just something off about the angle of her face or her head, I think, but still dope looking. So that was all of the Elektra books that I picked up. Let's see. Actually, I think I might have picked up a few more things related to Elektra, but we'll see. Ultimate X-Men, issue number 82, and Robert Kirkman. I saw his name on the cover, so I was like, what in the world? So I'm not familiar with this book, but I picked it up just because of that. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll do a little research and find out about the storyline. Let's see. King Size Special, The Inhumans, The Untold Saga, issue number 1. It's a newsstand edition, so that's cool. Heroes for Hire, issue number 1. I actually, I bought this book just because I like the lineup of the characters in the main cover. I just thought it was really nice, so bought it for that reason. Avengers, West Coast Avengers, issue 47. Here's a newsstand edition. It's in really good condition. The bag does it no justice because the bag is all wavy, but the book is immaculate because I already took it out to check it. Here's a book that I was really, really happy to find, and I wish they would have had the entire series. But this is Ghost Rider, Marvel Knights, 1 of 6, and covered by Clinton Crane, story by Garth Ennis. and I'm a big Garth Ennis fan. So for me, this was this was nice. I was very happy to find this book. This, along with the Donny Cates books, were probably my favorite ones. Here's Spider-Man Reign. This is the 1 of 4, and I have issues 2 and 3, so I'm only missing 4 at this point. So that's cool. Agents of Atlas, and this is a variant cover. I can't remember who did this cover, but it's pretty nice looking, so I picked it up for that reason. Here's a Psylocke cover. Man, if this is not one of the nicest covers. I think I've seen this as a poster somewhere. But anyways, really, really nice. New Exiles, issue number 9. So, bought it for the cover. Here's the other copy of that Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 2. There we go. Double Dragon. I think this will be my 3rd copy maybe of this book. It's just a throwback for me, so I pick it up whenever I see it, and I always see it for like $1 or less. So, I picked it up. Here's another copy of that. The New Warriors, issue number 1. Pretty cool. So here's a copy of Dazzler 27, Bill Sienkiewicz cover, and I have another copy of this book, but I have the Canadian Price variant cover. Bought it just for the cover. I think it's pretty neat, and it is a lot different from the regular covers that she has. So bought it for that reason. So let's see, The Age of Apocalypse, issue number 4, or part 4 of 6. They didn't have the rest, unfortunately, but I do have issue number 1 already. And found 2 copies. Actually, I found about 8 copies of this book, but I only picked up 2 because I think I already have another 1 or maybe 2 in my collection. And, that's just a little overkill at that point. But great condition, and it's just one of those books that, I don't know, like for 50 cents, I can't leave it behind. So rather than picking up all those copies, I just picked up the 2 that I like the most. Spider-Girl, this is issue 81. I'm actually looking for the issue where Spider-Girl and Electro, the female Electro version, meet for the first time, but I'll settle for this one for now. So they had a few Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Issues. I think I saw maybe about 40 to 50. A lot of them were rough, so I only picked up the ones that were in the best condition. This is one of them, and this is issue number 1. I believe this is volume 2. Issue number 2, and issue number 6. And out of all these, I think this is actually my favorite. I like the color contrast and what they did here, adding the characters and his silhouette in the background and all that. I thought that was pretty slick, so I like this cover. Yeah, see, I knew I had another Electro book here. So this is another Greg Horn book, and this is issue number 14. So here's a duplicate. Marvel Now, point 1. So this is issue number 1. Found that, and the one-shot Marvel point 1 as well. And that is, let's see, that's it. Yeah, that's what I picked up so far with the Marvel stuff. So stand by. So I don't know if you guys are fans of Jason Aaron. I was not aware of this book, but it is an all-black cover and it is in perfect condition. So I just could not leave it there for 50 cents. Men of Wrath. So now that I have this issue, I'll have to do a little research and find out about the storyline, see if it's something that I'm interested in, maybe get a copy of the trade if it's available. Right, so let's see. So I was, I don't read G.I. Joe books. I'm a fan of the cartoons. I grew up on them, of course. But the reason I bought this is because it's a Image issue, and I didn't realize that they had a run at Image. So I thought the cover was cool, and yeah, why not? So mainly bought it for the cover. Here's a copy of a issue number 1 of story by Justin Jordan, Spread. I bought the first trade for this book, I think about 2, maybe 3 years ago, and I mean, it was interesting. I just never picked up the issues, so unfortunately I lost track of whatever happened with the story, but I usually pick up Image issue number 1s anyway, so I was happy to get this, plus I'm a little familiar with the story, so that was cool. Found a copy of Wildcats. This would be issue number 18, it's a newsstand. And this was cool. I found 2 copies of God is Dead by Jonathan Hickman, and this is issue number 1. And I'm not quite sure which is the A cover and which is just the variant, but they both look pretty damn cool. So I was happy to find these. So there you go. So another indie book, this one by Raphael Albuquerque. Story is 8. I believe this is like a short series. They didn't have any of the other books, unfortunately, so I just, got a copy of issue number 1. So again, maybe do a little research, find out if that's something I'd probably be interested in. I saw this book in somebody's video a while ago, which is the reason why I got a copy of it. And when I saw the cover, I was just like, damn it, I've seen this before. And it is a pretty sick looking cover. So I was like, yep, gotta pick it up. So V-Wars issue number 1. And this was really, really, really cool. So Michael Turner presents Aspen Comics, right? So here's issue number 1, issue number 2, and issue number 3, and it's connecting covers. And that was really cool. Wasn't expecting to see this, and I gotta be honest, I didn't pick up on the fact that there were connecting covers until I got home, which is cool. I was like, hey, this is a little bit of a bonus, right? So yeah, that's what I picked up today. That was not a whole lot of money, actually, so that was pretty cool. Some additions to the collection. Some I'm gonna keep and some I'm just gonna sell, but yeah, so that's all I got, guys. Appreciate you guys viewing, and yeah, till next time, peace.